Hey man, say man, you already know what time it is. It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. That's the only place you can find a wave is the wave. 804. I'm too hype about this. So look, we're gonna talk about my man Jordan Kenchen, and he was on an interview, getting interviewed by Aunt Glizzy. Shout out to Aunt Glizzy. Did an interview on him, and the title said King of Richmond. So it's a lot of stuff we about to go ahead and get into, man. Before we go start this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, stay updated on all videos we drop on this channel so you won't miss a thing, and you be the first one to get it. You will not be disappointed. Let's go ahead and get into it, man.
I love the way you activate your hips and push your ass out. Got a nigga want it so bad I'm about to pass out. But baby, can I tell the truth? I love the way your booty move. Loving that big old bubble, I'm ready to call you juicy fruit. Baby, hit my phone when you feeling all alone and you need someone to roam. Just know it's on when we bone, and then I'm gone. She fell in love with a thug ride.
Now, we're going to go ahead and discuss the King of Richmond title that was put on for the interview that Joy had did with Aunt Glizzy, right? Now, the King of Richmond title can go so many ways. Okay? Now, a lot of people, as far as you look in the comments, did not really appreciate or probably know who Jordan was. And I'm not going to take it away from him because he is from Richmond. But knowing his work, his what he do, uh, to be detailed as the King of Richmond, and I don't think he said it in the interview. It's just in the title. But as far as the king, you have to have a whole lot of criteria to be a king. You got to be um, out there in the community. You have to have numbers. You have to have a lot of stuff behind you. Like you can't just be proclaimed as the king of something if you don't have anything to show for as far as your background, your criteria, what you did, how many people seen your work, you being in the community. So that right there was like, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It could be possibly because of the interview itself, reach numbers or bring a lot of attention to the interview because the King of Richmond, a lot of people probably feel like that they are the King of Richmond. The only thing I would say that like you're entitled to your own opinion, but you have to make sure that you have the accolades to back it up when you say that you're the king. You know what I'm saying? You look at anybody who was proclaiming himself as king, they had to back it up, man. So that right there was something I just looked at like, oh, okay. I wonder was this more of a YouTube bring attention type, clickbait or whatever. But it was well thought out. You know what I'm saying? When you put out some type of content, you want to make sure it's reaching people. But that King of Richmond joint, man, that right there was crazy. Now, the next thing I want to say we want to be able to go and get into is the no pretty females in Richmond. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check out this clip.
Is it bad females out there? Like, y'all got some pretty women in Richmond?
I'm gonna say this: a 10 in Richmond is like a 4 in DC and a 1 in California. So yeah, depending on where you at, I guess. But go with that information what you will.
Who's the baddest female in Richmond?
Oh man, this nigga trying to get me in trouble. Shit. I mean, the hoes really, irrelevant. But the baddest female in Richmond. I don't even know them, and I'm from Richmond. To be honest with you, I'd rather go outside the city, bro. Like, none of them really relevant, even worth speaking about.
All right, so again, Jordan, man, you over here pissing people off, man. But again, people are very entitled opinion. Now, I can pretty much say you like what you like. If you see something and that's what you're attracted to, that is what it is. But there are very much beautiful women in the city of Richmond, and it's about where you at, what you're looking for, who you're looking for, what you want to entertain. You ain't gonna go find a wife in the club. Let's just be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? You may find something you can take home, have fun with, or do what you do. That's your business. For us, the whole "no pretty women" in RVA comment was crazy. It was very crazy. But at the same time, ladies, y'all know how fine y'all are. I don't need no nigga to dictate, what it is. But at the same time, people have their own personal opinion. Like, oh, I feel like it's more females that's better out here than out there. You know what I'm saying? Again, what you may feel like is not up to par in your opinion to somebody else, they may look at like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Shorty fine, As far as what he said, my man with Jordan know what he was doing, bro. Like for real, for real. I know pretty girls and RVA comment was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, are we looking at what type of women? You know what I'm saying? You got your types. What type of females you looking at? because it's more than just one color, one look, one everything. So can we really say there's no pretty women in the area? See, with Jordan, man, he knew what he was doing. But females, at the end of the day, y'all let me know what y'all think, or as far as beauty, what is defined beauty, or look good or fine or whatever. Because at the end of the day, as far as the question being asked like that, it could have been a little bit more thought out, and as far as the response, but just how the way he was just flatlined and said what he said and with no fucks given, it's crazy, man. Jordan, you a fool, boy. Other thing I want to be able to comment that he said about when people who make music in the area, when they get a little bit of fame, notoriety, whatever, they get comfortable.
It's the internet. And you know what's crazy, bro? Most of these niggas ain't even getting they shit, their acknowledgement on the internet. Most of these niggas is still nobody's on the internet. It's just literally in their own little hood of 100 people that they getting this validation from. Like, it's that small. We that far behind. Like, we don't care about our image. We don't care about how we talking to people. We don't care about connecting with
That's
people.
true. That's very much true. Because they look at, you know, oh, I put out a song, put out a visual, put out a video, or whatever, and I'm seeing I'm getting all these type of views. You're looking at numbers, and they feel like that they're big, to which you really have to be consistent. You really have to tour. You really have to travel. You really have to go out different places for people to start looking at your work. You know what I'm saying? For you to be big in your city and you feel like you made it, a lot of people do feel like that because there's no type of um, drive that you really want to take this joint seriously. And at the end of the day, this happens everywhere, no matter what city and state you in, when people get very complacent and stagnant based off what the love that they're getting in their hometown, and they don't go nowhere else. That happens a lot of places everywhere. But since I'm from VA, you know what I'm saying, and I've been working in the Richmond community for some time, looking at artists and stuff like that. And it's true. People get very lax, very people chill, don't want to do anything else, don't want to tour, and that buzz that they got, it fizzles out long enough because they're not staying consistent. So I can be able to agree to what Jordan said on that, because especially like where we come from, some folks feel like they actually are getting somewhere, but you're not really getting anywhere because you're not spreading your wings and going out to different places. But shout out to artists that didn't get a shout out in the interview, but are working very, very hard and are traveling. You know what I'm saying? Because where there's a lot of talented people in the RVA area, the Virginia area, but there are some people that's working under the radar and going other places and doing other things and blowing up, versus people who is in our hometown and not getting that, but they getting that from other places and other people. And I'm a person of that too, because I can understand that. Like, we have a lot of great musicians that do not get any support at home because they're not the people's favorite. You know what I'm saying? But the favorites, certain of them, not all of them, they get this love and get this buzz in their city or whatever, but they're not marketable. They're not trying to be. They're not trying to work with other people. They're not trying to do big things with other people. You know what I'm saying? So what he said about that was definitely true. I'm not gonna knock Jordan on that, because we've seen a lot of people that come and go, that has that spark, that buzz, but afterwards, once they stop putting in that work, when it comes to their artistry, another one bites the dust. So I can't beat up Jordan on that one, man, but he was definitely true. Now, as far as my final take on the whole conversation, and again, shout out to Aunt Glizzy for putting out a very good interview. I feel like that was pretty much dope. And a lot of people gave him flack because of certain things that he was saying about the Richmond area. He's saying, "I don't know Richmond like that," or whatever. You know, people in the 7-5, shout out to 7-5, but he don't really know people like that in the RVA area. And a lot of people, I'm gonna say this time last year, they was giving a lot of flack for that. But at the same time, again, a man is entitled to his own opinion, because when it comes to the DC, the Northern Virginia area and stuff like that, they have a lot of things out there for them to keep doing what they're doing. You know, DC is right there. You know, Maryland, Baltimore is right there, so they can be able to do things to where they can network with other people. But far as what was explained in the interview, a lot of people in the area in RVA don't want to work with other people. They don't want to do this, collaborate or whatever. Now there are some people, I'm not gonna say there's not none, but there are some people that do not want to work with others because they feel like they're on that pedestal. They don't have to do that with you or whatever the case may be. But you have to be careful who you shit on, because the same person you shit on one day is the same person you want to kiss ass the next day. So you do not want to mess that up. And I highly encourage to every artist to be able to be consistent, be uncomfortable, talk to people, collab with people, get with media platforms, all the other stuff, and start traveling and start doing interviews, music, performances, all the other stuff in different places. Because when they see that, then they see that not only are you serious about your craft, but you're gonna be big. You're gonna be really big. And anybody who does that versus people that's in the city that don't do that at all, those people who actually do what they're supposed to do when it comes to their craft, those are the ones that be big. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about worldwide big. You know what I'm saying? So anybody in RVA who struggle when it comes to this, start reaching out to people and figure out how can you bring yourself as an artist, because it's really not that hard. You just have to be consistent and have the right people around you. I feel like a lot of people start to have things filled up in their head when it comes to other people, because other people wish they could be in a position, and they tell them things that, hey, no, you need to do this, you need to do that, but they haven't did those things that they tell them the artists. So we got to be mindful of that. Like, be mindful of the company that you keep, because if you really want to make it, some people you cannot bring with you. And I wish he could have said that in the interview as well. A shout out to Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, you know what I'm saying? He did a very good interview. The interview was done how the way it was supposed to be. I feel like he did speak some real shit. Don't get me wrong. But again, it's an interview. He want to draw attention. So I understand that. But shout out to Aunt Glizzy again. He did a really great job conducting the interview. He wasn't disrespectful as far as what I seen, you know what I'm saying? And that time where he allowed people to come on his live, I was one of those people, but you know, I ain't really have a chance to talk to him like that. And then again, you know, people don't owe you shit. So after the day, you know, this right here was a pretty great interview. Keep it up, big guy. Barber Son TV on YouTube. And again, appreciate y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, as far as the whole King of Richmond title. How y'all feel about that? Also, let me know about the No Pretty Females in RVA comment, which really ruffled a lot of feathers. And not only just on YouTube, but on Instagram as well, because I think this interview is like 2 months old. So this right here was, man, when I say females is on, like on his top pause, like that was really on him. And also the comment, which I feel like everybody can really agree with, is the they feel like that they made it, because it's people who really have a ego, and once it's put in their mind that, okay, I perform, I make music or whatever, but they only in their own city, that they don't have to do anything else. Everybody can agree to that, that they know a person or seen people that really was hot and they lost their flame because they didn't keep the fire going long enough. But other than that, I appreciate y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment box. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, stay updated on all videos that drop on this channel. When you click that notification bell, anything that drop, you will not miss out, man. Appreciate y'all. Follow the way available on all social media platforms. And I can't wait to see y'all next time on the next topic that we discuss. Appreciate it.
I love the way you activate your hips and push your ass out. Got a nigga want it so bad I'm about to pass out. But baby, can I tell the truth? I love the way your booty move. Loving that big ol' bubble, I'm ready to call you juicy fruit.